Bryan, your comment was interesting on a couple different levels. I looked up The Cry of the Owl at TMDB, and what's interesting is that there's two movies with the same name at the same year. So this top one is the one that matches the database number you listed on Facebook. But what's interesting, when you go into it, there's no collection listed here. And this is where Plex gets collection information from, the TMDB. If I go into the other movie, there's no collection here either. So in case you haven't checked this, let's just use Star Wars. And we'll pick any movie. And when you slide down to the bottom, you can view the collection. It's part of a collection. Click into it, and you can see all the media that's part of the collection. So that's very interesting that you're having a collection created automatically on a movie that's not part of a collection at TMDB. That's weird. I don't know what's going on your end, but that's not normal. So let's get rid of the TMDB link and let's just run a little experiment. I have two different versions of the same movie, both 720p, just different bit rates. So I'm going to let FileBot rename them. The same expression I used in the video I shared. And you'll see we've got the proper TMDB ID number that you listed already. And I'll rename both movies and we'll see what the difference is. So they're both encoded with H.264, both 6-channel audio, but the audio codec is different. Digital theater sound versus AC3. So I'm just going to pick one randomly. Let's take this one. And let me leave it here for now. I'll copy it into my Plex movie library. Now you may be wondering why I'm only copying the file. As a newbie in the spring of 2019, I followed someone else's what may be bad advice to use sort folders in my movie library. Every once in a while I'd have to fix a match if it was the first movie in a folder, never on the second or third. And since the latest movie update to Plex, the latest scanner and agent update, combined with the fact that I use the TMDB number, that never happens if I create a new sort folder. So with 5,000 movies, I'm not going to go back and fix all that now. It's just a little bit of difference I have on my server than most people. Alright, so it's almost copied in. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the file copy is done. Let's kill that. Plex is automatically scanning as I have it set up. It scans with the right movie. Let's go into the edit and look at the tags, and no collection tag appeared. So let's copy the second movie in there. This will be quicker. And we'll see what happens. So I'm not sure why you're having a collection automatically created, and I don't know why you're not finding the movie, or why it's not scanning properly first try. Alright, so the activity picks up again. A little mojo happening with our movie. And if I go in now, I'll have play version, so there's two copies there. And of course, edit it, now the info tab shows two movies. So again, I really don't know what's going on your end, but let me try one thing. This is unscripted. I just deleted the movies out of my library. Boy, I wonder if my sound's good. So let's get rid of that for a second, and let's use the IMDb database number instead and see what happens. Okay, the cry of the owl, not the wolf. One's a predator and one's not. Okay, so here's the TT number. Let's copy that. And let's go in and adjust. We'll do the smaller one. Okay, we'll see what Plex does with this. Copy that again. And we'll see what happens. So if you use any automatic tools for movies, like the R program, it's best to use TMDB as your naming source, because that's what the R program does for movies. Alright, so we're scanning the movie again automatically. Is it my imagination, or did it take just a hair longer? Nope, we still have it. Let's go in and look for tags, and still no false collection tag created. So with either ID number from either database, it seems to scan in fine into my movie library. So let me just check a couple things with you. Let's go to General. Are you running the latest version of Plex? Let's go back to the movie library. Under Advanced, are you using the latest Plex Movie Scanner and Plex Movie Agent? You really shouldn't deviate from the latest scanner and agent for many reasons that I won't list. Now let me just slide down. Hopefully you do not have Use Local Assets checked or prefer local metadata. They should both be unchecked. And I think that's about the only thing important to double check in your library settings. So I'm kind of stumped. I don't know what's going on your end. And maybe just doing some comparisons to my settings might be helpful. Let me know what you find out.